I know what you're thinking. Oh great, another video from Auto Trader telling me how to run my business. He's never sold a car in his life, this lad, what does he know? And you're right, I haven't. But I have been talking to retailers all over the country for over 30 years, helping them to improve their performance. But bear with me, because today we are talking about goals. And what a better time to talk about goals than when the World Cup is on. But I'm talking about your goals, where you want your business to be. And no, I don't mean a 5-year corporate strategy. I'm talking about actual, tangible targets. Because running a forecourt without clear goals is like England turning up to the World Cup without Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, or even a bloody football. You're just going to run around getting sweaty and hoping for a miracle. I'm Mark, and this is Straight Talk. At the end of this video, you're going to have 3 crucial numbers: cost to stock per day, break-even days, and stock turn. From those, you can then create your goals. So let's kick off. I talk to many retailers every single week, and when I ask them, what are your goals? A terrifying number of them say to me the exact same thing: to sell as many cars as possible, Mark. That's not a goal, that's just a wish. If Thomas Tuchel walked into the dressing room before the World Cup final and said, right lads, the plan today is just score as many goals as possible, good luck, he'd be sacked by half-time. Before you can even think about lifting the trophy or smashing your profit targets, you need a game plan. And every good game plan starts with knowing your squad stats. You need to know your baseline. And there are 4 crucial numbers you need to pull from your system today. Think of these as your pre-tournament fitness checks. First up, your total forecourt capacity. How many cars can you actually fit on the pitch? If your maximum capacity is 30 cars, you can't set a goal to sell 100 cars a month unless you've got a ridiculously fast stock turn. Know your physical limits. Conversely, you can't sell empty spaces. Every slot on your forecourt needs to be optimized. Number 2, your average monthly sales volume. On a standard month, how many units are actually crossing the goal line? Not your best month, not your worst, your honest average. Number 3, your average profit per unit. You need to know your exact margin per vehicle after the prep costs and after any discounts. And finally, number 4, your average monthly overheads. Now this is the big one: rent, rates, staff, tech, electricity, and of course, the cost of all your advertising and marketing. What does it cost just to keep the floodlights on before a single car drives off your forecourt? Once you have those 4 numbers, you can then calculate your current cost to stock per day, your break-even days, and your total stock turn. So, the first one of those, cost per day. And I don't mean cost per car per day, but cost per slot per day. You need to factor in those empty spaces. You take your overheads, divide by forecourt capacity, and then divide by the number of days in a month. So, say your overheads are 30,000 a month. You can fit 60 cars on your forecourt, and there's 30 days in a month. 30,000 divided by 60 divided by 30 gives you £16.66 per day, which is around the national average. So that's how much each slot on your forecourt is costing you every day, regardless of whether you've got a vehicle in that slot or not. Still costing you £16.66. Next, we need to find the break-even point. So divide your profit per unit by your cost per day. Let's say you try and achieve a margin of £1,000. Divided by £16.66 gives you 60 days. Cars selling longer than your break-even days means there is 0 profit left in that car. Your objective is to sell that car well before its sell-by date to maximize the highest possible margin. And this is sometimes where even the best performing retailers let vehicles slip into overage and slowly, day by day, erode that profit. They might be incredibly busy, turning a lot of stock, but for some reason there's a few sticking and we just haven't had the time to get around to them yet. I spoke to a retailer recently, had 400 vehicles in stock, but around 10% of those vehicles they've had in for over 100 days. Several of them celebrated their 2nd birthday. The cost to stock just one of those birthday cars was nearly £12,000. And that's not even factoring in the profit that was lost with all the cars that could have been sold in that slot in the past 2 years. So, you've got your target break-even days for your stock. That's your defense. Too many vehicles above break-even and you're losing the match. And lastly, and perhaps the most simple to work out, is stock turn. That's how many times in 1 year do you turn your entire forecourt. So you stock 30 cars and you sell 30 cars a month, your stock turn is 12. Around the industry average. But we don't want to be average. We don't play to draw, do we? We play to win. Once you know your current performance, you can then layer on your actual ambitions on top. A retailer selling 30 cars a month, making £1,000 PPU, can make an additional £30,000 a year by increasing their stock turn by just 1. That's not through stocking more cars or increasing prices, but by working smarter to fill their forecourt with profitable, highly desirable stock, picking the best 11 players from kick-off to have the greatest chance of winning. So what's your game plan? Stop guessing, stop winging it and hoping for a good month. Go back to the office, grab a coffee and pull those 4 numbers. Figure out where you are today so you can map out exactly where you want to be tomorrow. Because the dealers who know their data, who are the ones winning, they have a clear forecourt and vehicle strategy. If you want some help crunching the numbers, or you want to use some of Auto Trader's data tools to help you figure out to maximize your PPU, contact your account manager or drop a comment below. Tell us what your goal is, and let's get the conversation started. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Come on, England!
And Scotland!
And Scotland!